All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we got an update about out of the mouth of Steven Espinoza from Showtime about what's going on with the Errol, Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford rematch. Looks like it is delayed for the foreseeable future, and it very well may be Errol Spence Jr.'s doing that the fight is not going to take place this year. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 100 who knows weight division, where there is supposed to be a rematch this year between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. However, Steven Espinoza, the president of Showtime, has once again dissuaded us of an idea that we thought was guaranteed in the contract, which was that the fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford was supposed to take place this year in December, by the end of December 2023. Apparently that is not true, and Steven Espinoza has spoken out on why, but in short, that fight is not going to take place this year, and Steven Espinoza lays it on I think he lays it on Errol Spence, but he doesn't say Errol Spence Jr.'s name specifically, but knowing what's going on and the things that have been said and transpired that both camps have verified, looks like it may be Errol Spence Jr. who's got a couple more, who's got a little something upstairs going his way, because I think it's a smart move if that's the case. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we release more videos. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks and comes by the live streams and supports over there. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really, really does make a huge difference to the channel. But let's get into this, because I think that I was right. I did a video earlier this week where I said, look, man, this fight probably is not going to happen in 2023. The rematch between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because of the amount of time. First of all, a couple things clued me in. Is one, that there was two dates were laid out by TGB, Tom Brown Promotions, to the state of Nevada's athletic commission for the remainder of this year. And they were two different dates, December 9th and December 30th. My thought on December 9th was I don't believe that was going to happen, because that was a date. That's a date that now you have Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Also, there was talks about Gervonta Davis fighting in December, and I was like, nah, more than likely not, right? However, you had the December 30th left. I don't see them doing that the day before New Year's Eve. It just didn't make sense to me, so I'm like, probably not. Also, there's still conversations going on between the two camps about whether or not they're going to have a fight, on what the weight is going to be for the fight. And if you recall the negotiations that took place last time, there were a lot of people that were constantly putting the cart before the horse. You're not going to know the date of a fight before you know the weight class of a fight. You're also not before you come to agreement, because if they can't come to an agreement about that, then there is no fight. You cannot come up with a date for a fight without you coming up with when you're saying, okay, man, we're going to see how negotiations are going. So why do I say that this fight not taking place in December is probably a little bit more heavily skewed? The reason is probably more related to Errol Spence Jr. than it is to Terence Crawford, is because what Errol Spence Jr.'s team had said, or at least let me rephrase, statements that were quoted and attributed to Errol Spence Jr.'s camp. Attributed was the word I was looking for. Statements that were attributed to his camp, which was that they were going to take as much time as they needed to take to exercise their rematch clause. They were going to wait to the last minute to exercise their rematch clause. And that's, according to everybody that has said anything about it, that's exactly what happened. It even came down to the question of whether they had 30 days or 30 business days to respond. So now you have, after that, you have Terence Crawford saying that he had not been notified in writing as to for Errol to say that he cannot make the 147-pound weight division. So therefore, the fight has to take place at 147. And he furthermore said, we'll see how negotiations go. So there's still negotiations. Since there's no negotiations, and Terence Crawford said that he was still waiting on being notified of the weight class, whether or not Errol Spence Jr. could actually make the 147-pound limit. That tells you that it's Terence Crawford waiting for information. And that is what Stephen Espinoza said when he said, look, it's probably not going to happen this year. It'll probably be in 2024 because this process has taken a long time between the two of these guys to make this fight. And this is what I think about it. Congratulations to Errol Spence Jr. I said this in other videos before. Congratulations. If you want to have a successful negotiation with Terence Crawford for a rematch, and by successful, I mean where you think that you're getting the things that you want, you're going to have to neutralize Terence Crawford's technique, which is to delay. Take time, wait, take time, wait, take time, get other options. And at any point in time, he may bounce out of the negotiation, go somewhere else. Some people call that smart business. I don't call that smart business. I think that is penny wise and pound foolish. However, if Errol Spence Jr. really wants that fight and wants it at 154, it's probably a very, very smart thing to do. So we're looking probably somewhere in the January, February timeframe of 2024, not December of 2023. And I think that probably works for Errol Spence, because that gives him more time to rest from that fight. I personally would like to see Errol Spence Jr. fight somebody else, take a couple tune-up fights, and then get back to going to fight Terence Crawford. I would prefer that. But you know how many votes I get in that circumstance? Absolutely none. So, he's going to do what he wants to do. But like I said a couple videos again, man, no, this fight is not going to be taking place on December 30th. At 154 pounds, not going to happen. So anyway, or at least that's what Stephen Espinoza says it's going to happen next year. So for sure it's not set for December 30th. Because if it was set for December 30th, he wouldn't say that. However, that's just my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.